going on, everybody? It's your boy Cheddertary here, and I am live streaming to you guys live from the PS4 to the YouTube account from Jazzy Entertainment, and we are playing Batman Return to Arkham for the PS4. And my god, I love these Batman games, maybe except the Arkham Knight one. When they remastered this one, there were some issues, you know. The texture pattern's nice, but sometimes looks like a little bit rough. The controls at times run okay compared to what you would expect from the 360 version, which ran great. There are some control delays as well within this game for the Arkham Asylum version. But other than that, that's really about it. So, as I'm live streaming with some, like I'm replaying some games, but I'll be live streaming them live. I'm just not I'm not a huge gamer, but I have been enjoying the games I have been playing lately for this, and I really do enjoy it. So what I'm going to do, I'm about to do a series of live gameplays from the games I do own until we get to The Walking Dead Season 3 Telltale game, the new Frontier. So I don't think it's about a year old yet. I think once the game becomes about maybe like a year to 2 years old, all the episodes are for free download. You can see some of the texture patterns like right there on your right as I zoom in. Yeah, they look a little bit rough. Like, it just kind of like bothers me a little bit, but not to the point where it's like, it bothers me, but I don't want to make it sound like aggy about it. The controls, and as we're walking, you know, decent.
My boys over there could have been hurt in that unfortunate fire.
I think the one game that had potential, or could have had potential, if written differently, directed differently, would have been even produced differently as well, and would have been Origins.
Need to take my temperature? I'd be happy to drop my pants.
You gotta love the Jokers up in this game, but it seems like all the games pretty much focus around him. It's kind of let you guys look around. Like, I've been wanting to live stream broadcasts for this for a long time.
Must have been one of the guards there.
For such a long time. But my all-time top, but you know, out of the Batman games, maybe the ones I have played, the first ones that I have played was from the animated series back during the Sega era. That one is that's difficult, but it's so much fun, and the graphics for its time seemed nice. Then from there it was Batman Forever. See, I played that one. What other ones have I played? I have Batman Returns. I haven't played that one because I have that put away, packed away. I do have the first Batman game that was released for the Sega, which was the Batman 1989 Batman for the Sega. I just haven't played it. Still, it's an original case and everything. I have that up here, but You know, I do have a Sega, but that is put away. I know they had the Batman and Robin game back for the PS1. I haven't seen too much gameplay of that because I haven't really checked it out. It'd be cool to own just to have it for nostalgia purposes. I did enjoy the movie, you know. A lot of people like the movie, but a lot of people now, when it comes to the new Batman movies, just want to have shit to say because of the newer times now with what we can do with movies.
Oh, Frankie. You really should learn to keep that.
From there, I know you had the new Adventures Batman with Nightwing in it for the GameCube, which they really should have released that.
What are you really after?
They really should have released that game for the, what system was out at the time? The PlayStation 1. They should have released it for the PlayStation 1.
Was that the answer you wanted?
Because that game looks a lot of fun, and I did see gameplay of that. Oh, it looks nice.
What's he doing? Stay where you are.
What other Batman games were there at the time? I can't remember, but damn. It was... What other Batman games were there at that time? Damn, man, I can't... I want to say I can recall, but I can't recall. Well... Oh, yeah. The, Batman Beyond was for the Nintendo 64. I don't see any gameplay of that. I seen maybe like a little bit online, and it looks good. It looks fun to play. But then from there we got these ones. Now I know a lot of people want to probably go back to that one, Batman Begins or something. I didn't care for that. I thought that was a horrible game for being a Batman game. Now I'm naming the ones that I remember playing and that I was born into. Now you had one that's a bit older than that. But, you know, Arkham's a good one, man. Arkham got some of that, you know, one thing about Arkham, it gives you that horror factor, that creepy, scary vibe, with voices you may hear, there's supposedly ghosts. Same thing with Arkham City, it gives you that, and that's the vibe that I like, because Batman is dark. I just didn't get that same factor with Origins or Arkham Knight. I just did not get that. Origins would have had potential going back, but you know, it is what it is. Arkham Knight I have issues with, but I do have gameplay of that on this channel if you guys want to see that. And I do give my opinion, because I pre-recorded it with my voice over it, and how I would rewrite the game. How I would rewrite everything. But other than that, like I said, I'm going back now and replaying some of these PS4 games that I own and streaming them live. So we're going to be doing a series, like I said, and I will be giving my thoughts and opinions from each one as I'm recording this live. Now, as you can see with the fighting controls, it may have not looked like it, but there was a little bit of lag. You guys gotta remember, this came out in the 360 engine. Kind of look around for a bit. It's been a long time since I played this, so I gotta get myself familiar again with the controls. Okay. I don't know if you guys remember, those that have played this when this first came out with the earlier, really early releases, and I have the early release, the full game early release for the 360, right? You see where that little icon is that pop up that lets them say, you know, right there with their lifeline? I kid you not, the early release says something different. It says deceased. So yeah, Batman does kill. Know your history. So I'm glad they kind of I'm not saying kinda, no, I'm glad they added that in there. Now, there's supposedly quote-unquote rumors for the other Batman game. Yeah, there was some linked images from artwork that was reported by Slickmoth on YouTube. And the game's supposed to take place, we don't really have a timeline, but it's after Arkham Knight. And I guess Damian, who is Batman's son, is supposed to be within this game. And I gotta be honest with you, that I wouldn't really go that route, because what I would like to see is more like an ending, a little bit of a remake ending to for the game from the Dark Knight Returns. From the Dark Knight Returns. And for a while, what I would do for a little bit of the game, I would have the Robin chick play for a while, right? Until somewhere in the game they stumble on to damn, I really like Batman Beyond 2, but I can't think of the kid's name who becomes Batman. But that's how I would kind of have it, that have something happen to her as a Robin, right? Like she dies some in a fight or something like that. And Terry, that's his name, Terry. I would have Terry find Bruce in a sense, right?
Where are they?
And I do like the idea from the animated series at one of the Justice League episodes that Terry McGinnis finds out Bruce is his father. I would still have that kind of lingering as hints and Easter eggs to find around the game. And now, this is off the top of the head, this is all rough drafted and everything, so don't take this too personally or too seriously and stuff like that. But what I would have
Oracle, can you hear me? Joker's escaped.
is
He's running free in Arkham.
the environment of Gotham be set, ruined, wrecked, kind of like a ghost town, but a ghost city.
I'll stay in contact.
Give it a haunted, creepy vibe during the day and night. And just like, you know, like, I'm not really too sure who I would have as villains.
Wait here.
But if I were to pick, you know, I would have certain people kind of still be there, but kind of not be there. Like the Penguin, I really wouldn't have him around as a villain. I would have him written off like he died or something or whatever. Two-Face I would have around. I would have Selena Kyle still around. I'm not too sure what her role would be if I was writing it, but just have like some of the villains that we have left from the last game, and kind of figure out what you want to do with them, who do you not want in the game, or how would you write them off. As your these little hints, these little notes and stuff throughout the city about certain characters and why some stuck around, why some still want to be. And
I've got to get close enough to Zaz to strike.
He'll see me coming on the ground.
you know, just kind of like stuff like that, like what happened to them in a sense.
These old gargoyles should be able to support my weight like gravel.
But I don't know, man. Like I'm trying to, like, I got an idea of what I may want, but at the same time, it's still a bit rough. Like the Penguin, I would have like him died off. I would probably have Two-Face as the main villain, even make him a little bit older as he's taking over turfs and stuff. I would have Selena Kyle, rather than be an anti-hero, have her be a part of the game. Or still trying to protect Gotham, but have her be a hero, you know? And who else do we have in the game? Man-Bat. I would have him written off being as a Firefly. I gotta be honest, I don't really care for that guy, man. I just don't. But I would have him in the game, play his role. Dr. Pig.
Oracle, I'm here.
I would have Dr. Pig still
He's probably isolated from the grid.
up in the game as well. Who else? I can't all remember who was still all in that game because I just really despise that game, Arkham Knight. And that's why I just did my commentary over it, how I would, you know, go upon.
Harley thinks she has me trapped in this chamber.
You know, just how I would write the game. But man, we ain't got our explosive Jill. I know one character I would add into these games that I'm thinking about it for the new Batman game. Pharaoh. I don't know, but not many people know about Pharaoh. He was a college professor in the Egyptian arts, I believe. Because he was in the you know, the 60s Batman and Adam West TV show. And so I think like a relic or something like that from Egypt kind of hit him in the head. So now he had like, it was like this cursed object. And you know, Pharaoh was supposed to possess, you know, the guy's body, kind of like give him like a split personality, if you will. So he's very underestimated in my opinion as a villain. Zeus, I would have Zeus because he brings a sense of new flavor, even though I believe his character, they really didn't know what to do with him in the animated series, so you kind of only seen him like twice at the most. And again, you know, all this is just rough drafted off, you know, off the head, so not everything's gonna be so, you know, sound good. Commissioner Gordon, I would have him be retired. I would have the lady from Dark Knight Returns be as the new commissioner, and I would have her be an ass.
Joker talks. Listen, the room is full of poison gas. Anyone caught in there is dead.
Are you going to get in there and help the Batman?
No. For I would have her be the new commissioner, have her be an asshole, and everything. So there's that. Barbara Gordon. I would have her be crippled. Now I know in the comics that she got back her ability to walk and everything after like 20 years. I'm gonna keep it as she doesn't, but have her and Nightwing be like a couple. So Nightwing for me will still be in the game. Have them still be in the game.
I'm going after the animal who did it.
Drake, I would still have him be in the game. Maybe not as a Robin. Not as a Robin. But I'm not too sure what his role would be, but he wouldn't be a Robin though. Jason Todd, I would have him in the game. I would have him be mentioned, but he wouldn't show in the game. Now, I know a lot of people, before I get further, I know a lot of people are like, well, in the DLC pack, didn't Jason Todd kill Two-Face? Well, I'm gonna write that as Two-Face lived. I'm gonna write that as he lived. And the environment, you would have, you know, the ghost of a town of Gotham, or the city, whatever you want to call it. I think one thing I would have in there, I gotta get them. How do I get them? Okay, I need one of those electrical things, but I would have it to where you can go back to Arkham Asylum and explore. You can explore the what else? The fair from the DLC pack of Arkham Knight. I would have it where you can go back to Arkham City and explore as well. They're just some of the most iconic parts where you can just, you know, explore. Like, I would literally have that, because I know that's what players would like to enjoy. The skin packs, I would make those for free. I would make those for free. It could be any Batman skin, any Robin skin that you choose to play with. Because you gotta remember, again, I'm adding the Robin, the girl Robin from the Dark Knight Returns cartoon as your character that you would play as within some of the beginning parts of the game until you get to Terry McGinnis. So there'll still be that. Hey, can I take out these cameras? Yo, I forgot we can actually do that. Okay, I forgot we could actually take out these cameras, but it is what it is. Now, one thing I learned from all this is that most of these upgrades from the earlier Batman games, from Asylum, Arkham City, and Origins, the upgrades really don't do justice for me. But you see a difference how they do justice within Arkham Knight. Even with the remastered version, it's, you know, it is what it is. Come on. I have to concentrate right now. Let him knock his own self out, silly. But yeah, you know, like I said, it's a bit rough draft, but you know, that's how I would write the game. just add in some of the parts and, kind of just go from there with ideas. Bring in new people, new writers, people with ideas, good ones, and have it bring justice to the game. There would be characters who I would also have in there from the Justice League still be around to where you could call them in if you needed help. And it would ask you, would you choose to play as one of the whatever character that you choose to call in for help to play as them. But I don't want to go too much on about that. It's a rough draft, so it's all right. Man, Arkham Asylum. Boy, I enjoy it. Now Arkham Asylum is actually based off an actual asylum that was modeled after here in Tennessee and Nashville. I don't know why I took a screenshot. Believe it or not, Arkham Asylum was modeled after an actual asylum here in Tennessee.
I'm over here.
I know a lot of people don't know that,
It came out of nowhere.
but
I dragged Jerry.
it's fun, it really is. It's really fun
Joker went through that door.
to know that.
What's on the other side?
And like I said, as we're going here through the, oh, actually I take that back.
Not a problem.
Actually, no, I don't take, gosh, what was I gonna say? I can't remember now. Oh yeah. As we're doing this, kind of explore a little bit throughout some of the creepy parts of this game, get the environment of the vibes. But what the hell was I saying? Shit.
Not for long.
Oh yeah. When they decided to do the Return for Arkham remastered within these games for this, there was actually, even during the 360 time, they were supposed to have a DLC pack where the West Wing of Arkham was supposed to be available, and was supposed to be a mission for that. Now I don't know what the story would have been, or even how the hell it would even tie in with this.
Bo wasn't too smart. He'll have left a trail.
Honestly, they're it would have been nice to see it, but hey. Now I think some of the DLCs, the better ones they really had, even with the special packs and everything, was in Arkham City.
Joker's escaped. He sealed himself off. He's got your trunk. Don't worry, I'm getting him back.
Okay, I know, but...
Oracle, I'm getting him back. Joker will not win. I won't let him. I'm starting where he was taken. A guard named Frank Bowles attacked him. If I find Frank, I'll find your father.
Bruce, hurry, please.
Let's go here to the map. Okay, so we have to get there. But just there's a lot of different ideas which way you can go with some of these Batman games. Now, in terms of a Superman game, who Superman is, right? who Superman is as a character when they first started out. And this is like several months before the bomb on Pearl Harbor began, before World War II started up. And the original comic idea for Superman, right? He did come from a planet, he crashed, but he was a little bit older. And he was actually a scientist, but he was evil. In the earliest stages of this comic, you know, he was bald, he didn't have an identity, anything yet. And he would actually torture people, experiment on them, until something would have happened where he actually would have became not a villain. Then they kind of rebooted him, but they still made him dark during World War II. And Superman, the dark ones that I like, you know, we have the guy that doesn't care at times. He will take down one of his teammates, kill them. He will beat Lois Lane at times, rape her, along with Wonder Woman, because there were times where Wonder Woman and Batman were dating, right? And he would, you know, do some things with Wonder Woman just to get back at Batman, just like Batman would screw Lois Lane to get back at Superman. There's times where Superman wouldn't give a shit when he put, you know, his civilians in danger. Like, he would literally get them killed and wouldn't mind having them killed. So he would be that person that really sacrificed the civilians for his own personal pleasure. Like, that's the Superman I enjoy. The one I just named. Especially when he killed Lois Lane and her pregnant child, who he got pregnant, you know? So Superman's not a really good guy.